Welcome back to my channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm super excited. So I decided to do this little, I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but for right now, we're just gonna say like this little segment on my channel, which is gonna be titled "Girl, Let's Talk About It." So the reason why I decided to do this on my Okay, pause. Before I go in and tell y'all why I decided to do this, let's just give Girl Let's Talk About It a round of applause. All right, now since that's out the way, we can go ahead and get right back into it. Channel is because one, I'm a person who, from like just growing up, I felt like my voice kind of got like taken from me just being in certain situations and growing up like the way that I did, and that was something that I had to kind of like work through as I got older. And I felt like I wanted to create my own safe space, but also a safe space for other people to be able to just talk and know that your voice matters, no matter what the topic is. The topics aren't going to always be like super deep, but just being able to validate your opinion or your voice and just like how you feel. So I decided to kind of like bring that onto my channel, which I'm super excited about. So this will be like the first episode of it, and yeah, we're gonna just talk about, I got a couple of topics for us to talk about and to jump into. So I'm super excited. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's really like an open discussion. You guys can drop in the comments how you feel about certain things that I'm saying, your opinion, and yeah, we're just gonna have really like girl talk, but girl, let's talk about it. Like whatever you feel and whatever you're going through, girl, let's talk about it, okay? So we're gonna pretty much just jump right in. I kind of really wanted to talk about, well, the past couple of days, I just kind of been like, thinking and like going through like certain things. And, I was realizing like I struggle with, I was realizing that I struggle with like standing in my purpose or feeling like I have a purpose. And the reason why I was trying to figure out why I was feeling that way. And I started to realize, like, as I'm like having this realization of like, okay, this is the problem that you have. Like you always kind of feel like, yeah, but I don't have a purpose, or that's, like you just always start to like kind of doubt yourself or feel like you don't have a purpose. And I'm like, why do you feel that way? So I wanted to kind of get to the bottom of like why I started to like feel that way. And I started to dig deep, and I'm like, I feel like it's because growing up, like I think people misunderstand how, or I think people don't understand how fragile the human brain is, or like how fundamental certain things are, like when you are developing and when you are growing up. So like for instance, I think people feel like not being told things or being told certain things, people don't really understand like how important that is. So I feel like my life, like growing up and just not being like affirmed as a child, or being poured into, that kind of, it were, people didn't say much. And like when I say people, not people that I'm seeking validation from, but like family members, people who you expect to be poured into from. I didn't really get that as a kid, so it kind of always left me to feel like, I wasn't really like special in a sense. So I didn't really have like a purpose. But I see it, like I'm visually seeing how people respond to me, which is making me feel like, okay, like I think I have something, like something bigger than me to do in this world. But I feel like just because I didn't get that, it was kind of hard to, it's hard to like stand in it sometimes. Like I feel like we don't understand how important it is to pour into your children. We don't understand how important it is to tell people certain things, because imagine somebody not being told, they're pretty their whole life or whatever the case may be. Like, that child is going to grow up with some issues because naturally, as a kid, you're looking for certain things you're looking for approval, you're looking for praise, you're looking for these things that are building your confidence and building certain key qualities about you, at a very young age. So I feel like that's kind of like where I struggled, with that. And I was just talking myself through it, and I was just like, but that's something that you can work through. And now that you know the why, you're able to like work through it a lot better than, not understanding like where it comes from and just feeling like, it's just you or whatever the case may be. So I was just working through that, and I was just understanding like how important words are. Like, I know certain people who, got gassed up their whole life, and, they're so confident, but now they battle with, being like, okay, I'm a little big headed because my whole life I kind of like got pumped up into, and I got all of this confidence from all these people because everybody always was just like complimenting me, speaking as this person. And, now they feel like I have to like bring myself down a little bit because now I'm kind of like overly confident, I guess you could say, or like I'm a little bit conceited, or I'm a little bit like too much. So I feel like it's just like a balance of that, but definitely getting certain things, I feel like is important, especially if you like missed out on it. I think the biggest thing is that we don't have to just be like, okay, like I can't get it, so those people didn't give it to me, so I'm just gonna be messed up. Like, no, you can give it to yourself, you can fix yourself. So my goal now is to kind of just like pour into myself and like give myself the things that I didn't get, so that I can like stand in my purpose and know like, no, you are important, like you play an important role, you have, just a purpose, and it's like you bring a lot of light, you have a lot that you're put here to do. But tapping into that, I kind of just wanted to talk about too, because y'all, I was seeing, it was so much I was seeing when I be on TikTok, y'all. I be seeing so much stuff on TikTok, and I was just like, I be really interested in a lot of the things that I see. Excuse my hair, if it's like falling, I just did my curls like a minute ago. But I had just kind of wanted to tap into, I had seen this TikTok because it ties into like, just kind of going into like the human brain, because I feel like we're not really educated on much. I know I'm not educated on much on like how things work on a deeper scale, but I feel like a lot of things are like really a lot deeper than we know. Basically, it was a TikTok of this lady, and she was in a marriage, and she basically was saying like the guy that she was married to, he like drove her crazy, like he made her believe that she was crazy. So he basically would be doing things like playing music and then he would act like there's no music playing, but the whole time he over here like playing music. He would do things like, say certain things, and then he would act like he didn't say anything. She's hearing voices and doing all of those things, and that kind of like just tied into me like how powerful it is to, kind of like just believe what you're told, or start to create a reality from like what you're hearing or what somebody is telling you. And I think that's like the most dangerous thing ever, because especially in relationships, I'm gonna get to that point in a second, but I think it's really dangerous that people can really control. And I don't feel like it matters because some people feel like well, you can't, you're a weak individual, or you have to be stronger than that. And it's just like, I don't agree with that. I feel like certain people, sometimes you just trust people. You don't expect them to do stuff like that. Like, that's crazy. I could never imagine being with somebody and they're intentionally doing things to make me seem crazy, and like talking to my family and being like, she's losing her mind, but the whole time you're over here playing music and like saying stuff. And I'm like, but the mental is just like that is so scary to me. Like, mentally you would be like, am I losing my mind? Like, bro, am I tripping? Like, we already have these moments, because I feel like life kind of moves so fast sometimes. Like, you could have a day where it's like you don't even remember what you did, or you don't even remember if you did something. So you could be like, wait, maybe I'm tripping. Like, maybe a song is playing in my head. Like, the brain is really like nothing to play with, I feel like. And I kind of just feel like that ties into that. Like, not getting told certain things when I was older, it just made me create this reality of like, you know, doubt, of just like not knowing who I am, of not realizing, you know, my potential and my worth, and you know, that just transferred into so many aspects of my life to where it's like, okay, now I can sit and be like, hold on a second, I'm in control. I am this, I'm not that, you know, and just really like shift gears and like change perspectives. I don't know. I just think that that's just like crazy. But to tie back into like the relationship part, I feel like, you know, relationships too, to speak on that situation specifically, because that just had me thinking, I'm just like, you know, relationships are really, really dangerous. And I think that people don't take, I think that some people do take relationships serious, but I think a lot of people, especially like in my generation or our generation, don't take relationships as serious as they should be. I feel like relationships are very dangerous. Love is very dangerous, and I feel like before you just jump into something with somebody, you should like make it your duty to like know who they are as a person. And I get like you feel like you can learn as much, but I feel like really just have your eyes open, because certain signs of people, they're always going to be there, even if they're faking or they're putting up an act. It's like you're going to start realizing stuff eventually, or certain things are just going to start feeling a certain type of way. And you know, I just feel like relationships are really dangerous. Like people can be in people get into relationships all the time with people who are jealous of them, and or who are yeah, I would just say jealous or like envious of them, and who are secretly like preying on their downfall, who are really breaking them down by the little things that they're saying, but they feel like because this is my person that they wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it goes in with that situation. Like you will feel like I love this person. Like we're married, we have kids, or I'm just with this person every day. We did this together. Like this person wouldn't do that to me. This person wouldn't hurt me in this way. This person wouldn't, you know, be intentionally rooting for me to fail because they're with me. But people can be with you and they can be intimidated by you and they can strongly dislike you. And still want to be with you. It's really weird. People are really weird, and you just kind of have to teach yourself to know like the signs of certain things. But you know, that's why I just kind of feel like relationships are really dangerous, because you know, it's any relationship. I think that goes with like platonic relationships, romantic relationships, any type of relationship, because it's like, because when we are in a relationship, we hold people to a standard of like, you wouldn't do that because you're with me, you're my mom, you wouldn't do that because you're my girlfriend, you wouldn't do that because you're my boyfriend, you wouldn't do that because you're my husband. And it's like, people are people at the end of the day, and sometimes people have deep rooted insecurities, or something about your spirit can just make a person just so ugly and nasty towards you. But it could be subtle. They could be the nicest person, but it's like they always do this that just makes me like, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable. Or they always do, you know, they always just say little comments about my hair or point out little things. Watch out for the people that point out like certain things about you, like repetitively, like, oh, your hair, or oh, your legs, or like pointing out like specific things on your body. Like to me, that's just like super, super weird. Sometimes people can over compliment you, but the whole time like they're hating. So I just feel like, you know, relationships are really, really dangerous. Like what y'all think? Like I feel like it's really, really scary. That's why I'm happy that I'm with somebody that I know is not intimidated by me, that's not jealous by me, that's not, you know, preying on my downfall or any of those things. Because a lot of people, I think we'll be shocked how many relationships end, or how many people are in a relationship where the person is not rooting for them, and they feel like that person is rooting for them, and they're totally not, and everybody can see it, or a lot of people can see it but you. So it's like, I'm just happy that I had that, and it's the same thing the other way around. But how do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel like, have y'all ever been into a relationship with somebody that was jealous of y'all, or intimidated, that you found out about, or anything like that? I don't feel like, I only been in like 2 relationships. So my first relationship wasn't even like a real relationship. So this is really like my real relationship. So I can't really say, but I would love to know if y'all been in a relationship where y'all feel like somebody was like jealous of y'all or intimidated by y'all. I've been in a lot of friendships where I found out like people were secretly like jealous, or like they would just like be super shady, or like do certain things where it's just like you low key like you don't want me to win, you know, but you're masking it in a way where it's like, okay, girl, we here, we cool, but you know. So let me know. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Like, if y'all agree, if y'all feel like the brain is really powerful and we just kind of like overlook how fragile it is. We overlook how certain things can like affect us, but we might not know that it affected us, or we might not think in the moment that it affected us. I really want to know what y'all think about that, because I just think that is just so crazy. Like, you could sit and be with somebody and you could literally break them down by doing like the same thing with them, and then it's like if you already got that relationship, that person would like, and if they were to heal and to like figure out what happened, they would really be like, damn, this person was really trying to like sabotage me the whole time. This person was really trying to like stop me. You ever realize like when certain people get out of relationships, like one person's just flourishing, like they just doing so good, that's because that other person was literally holding them back. Like the other person literally probably was jealous and hating and trying to stop them from, you know, reaching their full potential or whatever it is that they had. So that's pretty much really all I want to share with chat with y'all. It's gonna be really like quick topics. I don't really want this video to, my videos for Girl Let's Talk About It, to be really long. So I just wanted to be something short, nice. We having a little girl talk, we having our little moments. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. It was really nice to sit down and talk to y'all. This is just the beginning. We're going to get into a lot of juicy topics. There are going to be a lot of details as I get warmed up and get used to doing this, and just, you know, making it a safe space for the both or all of us. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Because what are you doing? Because what are you doing? Also leave a comment. I love when you guys talk to me in the comments. This is literally like an open discussion. I'm so excited to chat with you guys, and I will see you guys next. Girl, let's talk about it. I hate that I talk with a T at the end of everything. Like, it's irritating me now. Enjoyed. Girl, that's not the word.